What's up, YouTubers? It's your girl Meosha Bean. I'm back with another reaction video for you guys. So we are doing these reaction guys leading up to Halloween. Um, all these have been super disturbing. But today you guys brought me something different. It's an actual crime case. That is very chilling, you guys said. So I'm going to check it out. I've never heard of this case, but it's called Murdered Captured on CCTV Camera. Tragic Case of Grace. MILLANE, I think. Okay, here we go. We're going to watch it.
The person in the video you just watched is Jesse Shane Kempson, who is believed to have killed Grace MILLANE in his apartment and stuffed her body into a large suitcase, whom he later buried in a shallow grave. Let's find out how he did it. It was all captured on various CCTV footage step by step. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Grace MILLANE got her degree from Lincoln University in 2018, and then she went on a year-long trip to see the world. She was from Essex, England, but she wanted to travel to South America for 6 weeks and then to New Zealand for 2 weeks. On November 30, 2018, her plane touched down in Auckland, New Zealand. Grace liked her new place so much that she logged into Tinder and started talking to a man named Jesse Kempson. A friend of Jesse's said that he always tried to take advantage of weaker women, especially younger ones. He rented a house with 3 women, which turned out to be a bad idea. Because his sexual behavior and mood swings made the girls uncomfortable, he had to move into a hotel. While Jesse was living in his studio-sized room, the hotel staff knew him because he used dating apps to bring women back all the time. Before meeting Grace, Jesse sexually abused and hurt his ex-girlfriend for a year. He put knives to her body and said he would kill her if she didn't get sexual with him. Then, 4 months after he broke up with the girlfriend, he invited another British tourist to his house. She went to a few bars with him and drank with him before going back to his place to spend the night. Jesse may have tried to make a sexual move on the girl, but she turned him down. He jumped on top of her as she tried to go to sleep and raped her. The woman said that in her dreams, he would always have his eyes popping out of his head and look at her with anger. She was afraid to tell the police about what happened, so she never did. On December 1, 2018, one day before she turned 22, she went missing. Grace and Jesse decided to meet up and get drinks at the Sky Tower, a burger place, a cafe, and a bar.
Wow. She had no idea. She had no idea. She had no idea that this guy was a crazy person. Wow.
The bar's CCTV cameras caught them sitting together, drinking a couple of alcoholic drinks and kissing.
Kissing.
Grace is seen here on CCTV heading back with Jesse to his hotel for the night.
She had no idea.
Everything seems nice and rosy at this point.
Oh, man.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary. At 9:41 p.m., surveillance footage showed her and Jesse getting into an elevator together. They were both smiling and seemed to be having a good time. She told her friend over text, "I get along so well with him." She believed she could trust him at his point, which wise believed she decided to spend the night at his hotel.
Wow.
Sometime that night, it is thought that Jesse held Grace down and strangled her to death while they were making love. After Grace died, he took close-up pictures of her and moved her body in ways that showed how he felt about her. Later, he looked up some pornography on Google, then did 3 scary searches: how to get rid of a body, large bags near me, and rigor mortis. On December 2, 2018, while Grace's body was still in his room, Jesse set up another Tinder date with a new woman. For some reasons, this lady was not comfortable with Jesse and decided to end the date even though Jesse had told her to go somewhere else, but she refused and went her way. After his date, he bought a big suitcase and cleaning supplies to take back to his room. This would eventually be the box in which he buried Grace. The camera in the elevator caught him taking an empty luggage cart to his room. He came back into the elevator a few minutes later with a suitcase on the cart. It held Grace's body, which was curled up in the fetal position. He adjusted the suitcase carefully so that the body wouldn't fall out. Jesse rented a car and drove to the Waitkere Ranges Regional Park, where he dug a shallow grave in a wooded area. The bag was put in the hole and covered up. Grace's family started to worry when she didn't answer any of her birthday greetings. Her parents waited 3 more days to report her missing so that Grace could get in touch with them. Because of the comments he left on Grace's Facebook photos, Jesse became interesting almost right away. Just 11 minutes before they left the bar and went back to the hotel together, he said, "She's beautiful and very bright." Police spoke to him and he lied about everything that had happened between him and Grace.
Tell us about Grace. So I was talking to Grace on Tinder. We'd matched on Friday. I saw that we'd matched the next day on Saturday.
How did the evening pan out?
Yeah, pretty good. I didn't initially know that she was real.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of... So have you heard of catfish?
No.
So catfishing is where someone uses your profile, or uses your photos and pretends to be you and then meets, and you're a completely different person.
Right.
And it's happened to a few people I know in Australia. And it's all over the TV. So I thought, you know what, if I meet at Sky City, at least I know that there's lots of people around. So if it is someone that it's not, then I can just walk away.
How did the evening sort of come to an end?
There was a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and a thanks, no, nice meeting you. And then I said, let me know about tomorrow. And she said, okay. And then she kept walking.
I don't know if she's been murdered or not yet. She may be alive and well.
Okay.
But she might also be dead. Okay? And it could be that you've done it.
Hey, I just want to ask a question. Am I being arrested for something I didn't do?
You haven't been arrested, mate.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Oh.
On December 8th, when he talked to police for the second time, he said right away that he had killed Grace.
Yes.
Tell me what happened last Saturday.
From the beginning, talking to me about 50 Shades of Grey, which is a sex fantasy movie that's out. We started having sex. At first it was just normal. It was very placid. And then she asked me if we could get into bondage. And then all I remember is falling asleep in the shower. I need to stop. I need to go.
Would you like some fresh air?
Yeah, please. I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. I went downstairs and I was just, I don't know, I was all over the place. I didn't believe what had happened. I was just terrified and scared. I thought that she had gone. I thought she had left.
Pathologist, a specialist doctor, will perform a post-mortem.
Yeah.
They're very skilled at establishing people's causes of death. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Did you kill Grace MILLANE? Okay. You're under arrest for the murder of Grace MILLANE on or about the 2nd of December. You understand?
Yeah.
The next day, investigators found Grace's body in a muddy suitcase that had been buried. Her death was caused by suffocation, which was proven. Jesse was charged with killing Grace and 9 other crimes related to his ex-girlfriend and the tourist. The charges included rape, sexual assault, making a death threat, and assault. Jesse's defense team said that Grace liked it when she was choked during sex. She may have asked Jesse to choke her, which is how she died by accident. The prosecution gave a strong response by saying that it takes a lot more force to kill someone by strangling them than what would be used during sex. Also, the way he acted after killing Grace didn't show that he was scared and did it by accident. He was able to put her body in the suitcase and carry it through a hotel while people were walking by. The prosecution was also able to play clips of how he went ahead to rent a car which he drove to where he buried her. Also clips of where he got his shovel which was used in digging the grave. He went to the dry cleaner's shop to clean anything he felt could have implicated him.
Like, okay, I'll give my commentary once it's over. This is really sad.
They also mentioned how he tried to clean the car of any DNA evidence at a car wash. All this were the actions of a calculated killer and not someone who made a mistake, the prosecution claimed. The testimonies of the witnesses also showed that Jesse had sadistic and violent sexual interests that led to abuse instead of pleasure. Detective Inspector Scott Beard said that the callous and narcissistic serial sex offender may have more victims. For 2 long years, Jesse's name and face were blurred because people were afraid he wouldn't get a fair trial. He was given a life sentence with a minimum of 17 years in prison for killing Grace in February 2020. In November 2020, the judge gave him an extra 11 years for the charges related to his ex-girlfriend and the other person he met through a dating app.
Do you find the defendant, Jesse Shane Kempson, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Jesse filed an appeal, but it was turned down. Instead, the judge chose to tell the public his name on December 22, 2020.
That, guys, that was that was crazy. Also, for those who do date online or go to Tinder, to those dating sites, you have to be careful. You have to know that, yes, people can put it's like a resume. I always say people put their best things online first. They put their best attributes, photos. Sometimes, like the man said, catfish. People catfish these days. So a lot of times people aren't being their authentic self. So I feel bad because she was so young, and these young girls think it, I don't know if all of them know, but a lot of them don't, they're when they feel comfortable with somebody, it's like, okay, yeah, I'll go and spend the night. But like, no, never. Even if you feel like this person's being super genuine and nice, I think it's best to never do that because, anything can happen. It doesn't have to always be murder, but in this case it was. But anything can happen, right? I mean, anything. So I've always been someone who said, like, if you are going to date online, make sure you meet like a public place. Don't go out at night. Don't go out where some intimate space. And never go home. Make an effort to never go home with the person that you just meet the first night, if you don't know them. And I think for me, when it comes to dating, I'm a person that likes to do background checks. I'm very thorough on with like people's backgrounds because what I do in film, and of all the people that I meet and just like what I do, I have to be careful because people, can say one thing and not show you the other hand. So, in this dating thing, take your time. That I feel really bad for the family and the girl that was murdered in this. It's really tragic, and it's just a reminder to be safe, be careful. And I'm so glad for cameras. In this case, I'm very glad. Just like the other videos that we reacted to, I'm very happy for the Ring door cameras. I'm very, very happy for CCTV cameras because without them, we wouldn't know, what anything. So anyway, guys, definitely protect yourself. Like I said, we're doing these reactions up till Halloween. So guys, stick around. Have some really fun announcements coming on this show, on this YouTube channel. But I can't wait to share that with you, but very, very soon. Make sure you head over to the Patreon channel, subscribe for only $5. That's it. Content that I won't be able to post here on YouTube will be on the Patreon channel. So I would appreciate your support. And also, guys, I'm on Instagram. If you could follow me on there, I post a lot of stuff related to films, interviews, with other guests that I have on my show, and I try to post my interviews on my main channel too as well. So head over there, check out Creators to Creators, and also check out Tea Talks with Meosha and Irina, my BFF. Definitely check it out. We're on all platforms, Spotify, iHeart, and all those things. Anyway, I'll keep it really short, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys.